Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial, and today is all about me. I'm going to be doing a beginner friendly makeup tutorial, so let's jump straight into this video. I'm going to start by using my wipe to clean my face. Then next I'm going to be moisturizing with this simple makeup moisturizer. I'm going to make sure it absorbs properly into my skin. Next up, I'm going to be priming with this Keys Beauty Foundation Primer. This would give the makeup a very good base to sit on. Next up, I'm going to be applying my Milk of Magnesia on my T-zone area. This would help reduce the amount of oil that comes out on that area. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using my Zigel foundation in the shade 015. I'm going to start by using a flat brush to apply before blending with my damp beauty sponge. After blending in the foundation, I'm going to be locking it up with my Keys Beauty Setting Spray. This would help keep the foundation intact. Then I allowed it to dry before moving on to cream contour. For cream contour, I'll be using my Flawless Ivy Concealer in the shade 708 to contour the face. So I'm going to be applying it on the places I want to contour before blending. So this is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to be using my face contour brush to blend. So after that, I'm going to use my beauty sponge to blend the places I contour to make sure there are no harsh lines. Next up, I'm going to be applying my cream blush. I'll be taking this shade here from this lip palette and apply it above my cheekbone and a little bit on the tip of my nose. Then I blended using my beauty sponge. After blending, I'm going to go back with my face contour brush to blend in between the blush and the contour to avoid any demarcation. So next is to highlight the face. I'll be doing that with my Milani concealer in the shade 145. I'm going to be applying it on the places I want to highlight, and a little quantity goes a long way. After that, I'm going to be using my beauty sponge to blend the concealer on the highlighted area. So after that, I'm going to go back with my face contour brush to blend any harsh lines on my face. So next up, I'm going to be contouring my nose as well with the same shade of concealer that I used to contour the face, and I'm using this nose contour brush. I'm just taking my time to snatch my nose, then blended it. After that, I used my beauty sponge to blend to avoid any harsh lines. So next is to set the concealer on the highlighted area, and I'm using this Tehila setting powder. But before setting, I blended the areas underneath my eyes to avoid creasing. So next is to set. I do not like to pack too much setting powder. A little setting powder goes a long way, and I'm setting using my beauty sponge. You can use your puff, you can use your brush to set depending on what works for you, but I prefer to use my beauty sponge to set. So after that, I'm going to go back with another layer of setting, and I'm doing this only on the areas underneath the eyes for more coverage. So next is to set the rest of my face. I'll be taking this shade of powder from my Bicham powder palette to set the rest of my face. So whenever you want to set the rest of your face, make sure the powder shade you're using matches with your skin color. Do not use a shade lighter or darker. Make sure the shade you're using matches with your skin color. After that, I'm going to be doing my dry contouring, which is low light contouring. I'll be taking the darker shade of powder from the same powder palette to set the cream contour that I did earlier using my face contour brush. Next up, I'm going to be doing the same thing on the nose. So when you do your cream contour, you still need to do your powder contour to help dry up the oil on your face. After that, I went back with my powder brush to blend everything together. So next is to apply my powder blush. I'll be taking this shade here from my Chisky blush palette. I'm going to be applying it above the cheekbone, just exactly the place I applied the cream blush. So I'm just blending it upwards. Then I went back with my powder brush to blend everything together to make sure there are no harsh lines and to make sure everything is well blended. After which I used my setting spray, Keys Beauty setting spray, to set the face. This will help reduce the powder effect and also help all the products absorb properly into the skin. Then I allowed it to dry before moving on to baking. For baking, I'll be baking only on the areas underneath the eyes. Then I did the nose snatching as well. After that, I'm going to be applying the same setting powder on the outer corner of her eye of my eyelid, and did my reverse contour, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go back with my face contour brush to blend the places I contour to make sure everything is well pronounced. Then moving on to the brows, I'm going to be applying my brow tamer on my brows just to lay the brows nicely, and I'm brushing it upwards using my spoolie brush. So I'll be drawing the brows later. I'm going to focus on the eyes. I'm going to be priming my eyelid using my Milani concealer. Then I blended with a blending brush. So it's either use a concealer or your eyeshadow primer to prime your eyelid before you start applying eyeshadow. But I decided to use my concealer. After blending, moving on to eyeshadow, I'll be taking this color here for my Annie's Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'm going to start by applying it from the outer corner of my eyelid using an eyeshadow blending brush, then gently blend it into my crease. And I did the other eyes as well, following the same method. When it comes to makeup application on myself, oh gosh, I hate my eye area because I have a very sensitive eyes. I have a very serious eye issue. So whenever I'm doing my eyes, I'm always teary. If I'm not tearing, my eyes are red, so it's not always easy, and I was facing the light as well, so it was really disturbing me. So after blending, I'm going to be taking this color here from this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use it to blend out this eyeshadow. This is more like a transition color, and I'm using a different eyeshadow blending brush to achieve this. I'm going to be doing the other eyes as well, following the same method. Next up, I'm going to be taking a darker shade from the Annie's Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be applying it on the outer corner just to darken the crease, then blend it into my crease. Then I'm going to be doing the other eyes as well, following the same method. Next up, I'm going to be taking this shade here from this four color eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be applying it using my finger. So I'm just going to place it on the inner corner of my eyelid. I didn't want to use brush. Then after that, I went back with my eyeshadow blending brush to blend. I went back with that brush I used to apply the brown eyeshadow. I went back using it to blend to avoid any harsh lines. So I'm going to be taking this darker shade here from the same Annie's Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'm going to apply it on the outer corner of my lid, then gently blend it into my crease so that the lighter eyeshadow would pop very well. Then I went back with that brush I used to apply the transition color. I went back using the brush to blend again to avoid any demarcation. So next I'm going to be applying a lighter shade of powder on the outer corner of my eyelid just to define my lid. Then I did the other eyes as well, following the same method. Next, I'm going to be lining my upper and lower lash line with my Carrot gel liner, the black shade, and I'm doing that using an eyeliner brush. Next up, I'm going to be enhancing my natural lashes with my Zara mascara in order to give it volume. Then after that, I'm going to be lining my lip. I'll be taking this shade here from the same lip palette to outline my lip. Then I use the bottom of the brush to blend. You can use your finger or use any kind of brush to blend. So I'm just blending. After that, I'm going to be taking this shade here, mixed it with this nude, then applied it in the middle, blended everything together. So next up, I'm going to be drawing my brows. I'll be using my Carrot gel liner, the brown shade. Because I have a very full brows, there's no need for me to start from the beginning. It would make the beginning of the brows look thick. So I started outlining, following the shape of the brows. Then after outlining, what I did next was to fill up only on the scanty areas. Then I did the other brows as well, following in the same method. So next is to highlight the brows. I always like to start from the brow bone because when you do your eyeshadow first and you want to highlight your brows after your eyeshadow, there's no need for you to put too much concealer, just a little concealer and you blend. Then I'm going to be doing the other brows as well, following the same method. So most of the time, I do not highlight the top of the brows simply because once I outline the brows properly, there's no need for me to touch the top except there's an issue on the top of the brows. So after blending in the concealer, I'm going to be setting it with a lighter shade of powder because if you don't set your concealer, it would be oily. So you need to set. Then I went back with that shade I used as the transition color, so I'm going to be applying more of it so that it would show. Then I use it to blend it out. So next I'm going to apply more blush. I used the same blush, I just applied it above the cheekbone. Then after that I'm going to go back to snatch the nose with my nose contour brush. The next stop, I'm going to go back with my face contour brush to blend the places I contour to make sure there are no harsh lines, to also dust off the reverse contour that I did. Next up, I'm going to go back with my fluffy brush to dust off the excess powder on my face. So because I love blush so much, I'm going to be applying this purple color from my Tara blush palette. I'm just gonna place it above the cheekbone just to make my face pop. Next up, I went back with my powder brush to blend everything together. So next, I'm going to be setting the face with my Keys Beauty setting spray. Then I allowed it to dry properly into my skin. Then I applied clear gloss on my lip because me, I love glossy lip. So next up, I'm going to be applying my Miss Metty cheek glaze on the places I want my face to glow. So I'm going to be applying a little on my forehead, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, or my brow bone. Yeah, this would help my face to glow. So I just left highlighter, decided to use only Miss Metty cheek glaze. Can you see how gorgeous this looks? I'm going to be locking it up, like setting my face for the last time with my Keys Beauty setting spray. Then I allowed it to dry. Then next up, I wore my lashes on this eye. I just did it for this look. See the difference it makes. And I decided to wear on the other eye. I do not wear lashes often. I barely wear lashes because of the nature of my eyes. If I put on lashes, my eyes will be very red and start tearing. So I try to avoid wearing lashes. So this is the finished look, guys. I wish I don't have eye issues. Honestly, I would have been creating different eyeshadow looks on my face, on my eyes. Yes, but it's okay, I'm already used to it. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. Support me by dropping a comment. Oh, Bikono, I am begging you guys, please drop a comment in the comment section and I will appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.